Welcome back, Clashers. We've got another EWL war recap. This time we have a playoff war in the Veterans Division between RogueXI and Liga Laranja, and RogueXI coming off with the victory there by a very small margin, 71-71, just clinching it there with a little bit of percentage. So let's hop in and take a look at just a few of these replays. So we're going to start off with some 10v10 action here. We've got red coming in with a queen charge hogs. So the queen's going to start off in the east over here, and then she's eventually going to work her way towards the inside of the base. You can see the baby dragons coming down now with a couple of balloons to protect them from seeking air mines. They're obviously there to make the funnel. Queen's going to head in and take on the enemy king in just a second. Now that storage goes down. She steps up to take on the enemy king. Friendly king goes in and continues to work on the funnel down here. She starts to get a little bit low in health there, but she's able to push through and keep on working in. An extra wizard comes down to try and make sure she goes to the left, because the wall wrecker is going to come in down here, and then she's going to follow that into the core. The king hits his ability, gets that clan castle lured, at least most of it. There are still some archers left in there that the wall wrecker is going to pull here in just a moment. So there they come. A poison spell is going to come down and take care of pretty much all of those troops really easily, so the queen's not going to have to spend a bunch of time getting those troops taken care of. So the wall wrecker breaks and Valkyries come out. That's also going to help deal with those pesky ground troops. Baby dragon goes down, and the queen continues into the base. Once she takes down the inferno, she'll step up and then eventually take down the enemy queen, and that's the biggest thing here for the hog riders. Once she goes down, the hogs are going to come in from the east and then start working their way through the base. So not exactly the cleanest deployment on the hogs here, but it will get the job done. So they're going to move through, and because of the deployment, they are going to kind of split back and forth as they work through this upper corner here. But the heal spell's down, and it's going to cover all the hogs as they move up towards the top part of the base over here. The queen, she's working downward. She's going to get some of those defenses down there taken care of. And then just a couple of heal spells left. That's more than enough to cover what's left on this base. Just a wizard tower left for splash damage. It's about to go down to the hog riders. A little bit of a Tesla farm over here. Not a big deal. Really didn't even need that heal, except the giant bombs are in there, so they could have caused a bit of a problem if the heal wasn't there. But that's the last of the defenses. A couple more giant bombs going off over there. I guess there is a mortar that's going to draw those hogs down that way. But that is it for this base. All that's left is cleanup. We're going to speed that up. And nicely done getting that 10v10 from red. Now let's move up and take a look at an 11v11 here. So Infamous is coming in with the drag bat attack, and the queen is going to start up here by the town hall. A giant and a couple of goblins there trying to help her push through some of the trash buildings in the town hall just a little bit quicker. So she's going to work through the town hall and then move over and get that air defense taken out, and that's the goal for her. The king's coming in over here, and he's essentially there to make the funnel down along the northeast side. That way the dragons can go in from the north here and go straight down into the base. So there he goes, hitting his ability. The dragons actually come down in front of the balloons, and that's going to actually let them tank the inferno tower for the balloons, so they're not going down quite as quickly as they would otherwise. Usually the balloons go down first to try and pick up the seeking air mines, but in this case it worked out pretty well. So the dragons are working their way in. They're kind of splitting up a little bit from the balloons. Balloons heading east, and they're actually losing quite a bit there, so they're about done for. So the balloons are pretty much down. Dragons in the core, they're still doing their damage. They've got a couple of air defenses there to work through. They found the tornado trap as well. The slammers come down in the west side, and it's actually headed in towards the eagle. So it went in on its own, and it's got a couple of skellies there. It's going to try and get through that little bit over there. So the air defense went down. Now it can take out the expo, and then it's kind of weird that it didn't go for the eagle there. So that's a little bit unfortunate there. And then while we were watching that, the bat spells did come down from the east side of the base, and they started working through all these defenses over here. And something I just missed also was the Inferno Tower went down just in time for those bats to survive and push through those, so they can actually help out with the cleanup, which we're going to speed up here. So he's not got a whole lot of troops left, but there are also no defenses, so it's just a matter of time as the troops slowly work their way through these buildings, and Infamous doing a very nice job getting that Dragoon 3-star. Alright, sliding on over to Rogue's attacks, we're going to start off here on number 3. Actually got a Queen Charge Hog attack coming, so Baby Dragon down in the west corner, that's going to start the funnel over there. King is doing the same thing over by the Dark Elixir storage, and then the Queen is going to follow the Wrecker into the base over here, and he's being patient with the healers to make sure that the Queen will take damage and they won't lock on to something like the Barbarians or the King or the Wizard. So very nicely done there, making sure that the healers went to the right place. So the Wrecker's just about to go down, but the Queen is working her way into the base. She's going to be able to take out the enemy Queen right here, as well as the CC and 2 of the Expos. So early on, really good value, and she's not even close to being done yet. So she's going to actually get a little bit distracted on those air skellies there. And then she's going to step up, take out the enemy CC, Ice Golem out of the Wrecker pops, and that freezes things for a little bit as she continues to work on the everything over there. So the Eagle is being targeted now. It's going to go down very shortly, and then he's going to drop a jump spell. And that'll actually push the King up this way towards the enemy King. So she's going to slide over here, take down another Wizard Tower, which is huge for Hog attacks. And now she's headed in for the enemy King. And then you're going to see the Hog Riders coming in from the south part of the base. So there they go, they find an early Tesla farm. And that's pretty much the best time to find the Tesla farm is early on. So Heal Spell is going to come down, shakes off that Giant Bomb, as well as the shots that are coming in from the Wizard Tower. So very good heal spell there. And now a couple more Hog Riders coming in along the southeast side of the base, and they're all going to come together. They've got great pathing here, and they can basically work around the base in the C shape. And that C shape is exactly what you want to see when you're doing hog attacks like this. So he's got one more heal in the bag, but the Queen went down, so the healers are actually coming over to switch to the Hog Riders. And that's a great help, even though the Queen's no longer up to help with the cleanup. So the Hogs are going to push through. They've got the healers on. There aren't a whole lot of Hogs left. He's got a couple more Hogs in the bag. He's going to drop on the back end here. And they're almost all the way through the defenses at this point. So they're going to work through those. He's got a couple of troops down here, some Wizards working through those trash buildings. So the cleanup is getting done pretty much as quickly as the defenses are going down. So the last defense is going down now, so the Hog Riders can start on the cleanup up here, and they're going to meet up with the Wizards in the middle. We're going to speed up the cleanup as Rogue picks up a nice 11v11 triple. Alright, for the last attack here we're going to take a look at, we will have a Suicide Hero Laloon coming in, and the heroes are actually coming in from the south. So you can see he's got a skeleton spell in the bag. That's going to be for the enemy Queen. The King's going to come in, and then he's going to use a couple of wall breakers to try and open up the wall here. So the King's going to have to hit his ability soon, and the wall breakers will be coming in just a second. So there they are, and then there's the ability, and the Queen's going to follow the King into that little compartment there. So I'm not sure what he was actually going for here. He didn't get anything he couldn't have reached without the wall breakers. So I'm not sure if he was trying to go for the Inferno Tower there, but the Queen's going to bounce out and then start working around up the other way. And then here shortly, the Laloon portion of the attack is actually going to come in from the north side of the base. So the Queen's taking down a couple more buildings, working through a little bit of trash. That's going to help for the cleanup later on. They don't have to come back to this corner of the base. So here comes the Lava Hound, cross country, going all the way across there, pulling some traps on the way. Even triggering a bunch of skeletons and the tornado traps. So this doesn't really seem like a fresh hit, but very nicely done on the planning and scouting and checking out the prior hits to see where all that stuff was. So he was able to get great value out of that Lava Hound, and now the rest of the troops are coming through and basically smashing through all these defenses very quickly. The skeleton spell's down, taking out the enemy Queen, and not quite going to be able to push through that Expo because of the splash damage that's there. But still, getting down the enemy Queen is huge. Heal spell comes down over here, and that's going to get those balloons nice and healthy again. Not sure why the Stone Slammer popped right there, but the balloons come out of the Stone Slammer. Now they're going to work through these last few buildings over here, and he does still have a Rage spell in the bag. There it is, and that's going to help them push through those buildings right there very quickly. So high value rage there, getting through the Expo, and the Wizard Tower, and the air defense. Now it looks like all of the defenses on the base are down. And they basically got through all of the cleanup at the same time as he was moving through. So just a little bit of cleanup left, working through these trash buildings, and another very nice 11v11 triple. So that is going to be it for this recap. RogueXI gets to move on to the semifinals of the playoffs, and they will be playing Reddit Heroes for a chance to play in the finals. So best of luck to all the clans that are still left in the playoff picture for the EWL. And to everyone watching, be sure to keep an eye out for more of these playoff recaps from me and the other members of the EWL media team. I'm sure there will be lots more excellent attacks to see in the next few days. So if you liked what you see here today, be sure to click that subscribe button down below, click that thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you all next time.